Hello guys, welcome to CADMAT. This is our class 10 part 2. So in this class we are going to see the remaining options here like multi-section surface in the blend and here sweep, and we are also going to see this trim and split option here. So here it is. We are also going to see this split and the trim option in this class. So firstly we are going for multi-section solids surfaces, sorry. So in these surfaces, uh, I'm going to explain this option with the previous example. This is a mouse cover. Uh, this I have told in a previous class in class 9 tutorial 3. So this is a mouse cover created at that time. So I'm using the same model as an example to create this multi-section surfaces here. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to delete all the partisan workbench operations in 3D. Delete exfillet, deleting multi-section solid. Okay, sorry, undo, delete, and delete aggregate elements. So this is the 2D sketch that we are having. So we are using this, going to use the same sketch in wireframe to create a multi-section surfaces. So select this multi-section surface option here, and I need to select the two sections, section 1 and this is section 2. Make sure that closing point are at the same vertices and the direction also should be same. So here the two sections are selected. Now we can select the guides here, guide 1, sorry, remove, go to guides, select guide 1, guide 2, guide 3, see the preview, click OK. So if you see here, you can see the multi-section surface is similar to that of multi-section solid, as the only difference here is that we're getting this one. Go for this coupling vertices. So coupling I selected as a vertices, as previously it is in ratio sections coupling, so I selected vertices. See the preview. Okay, so now you can see it is the edge is very clear instead of previously we have seen a different type of edge, as it is in a ratio mode. So now it is very clear. So there is no thickness to these surfaces, so we got the shape by using the multi-section surfaces. So this is a simple example. I just want to tell you that the multi-section solid and surface both are same. The only difference here is that in this case we can create surfaces, whereas in the in solids can create a solid part. So that's the only difference, and remaining all the options like coupling, relimitations, spine, guides are all same, same to same. There is no any change at all. So you can just try the multi-section surfaces. As I told you, all the options we discussed in multi-section solids in our previous classes. So you can review them once again in case of any doubts. So this is about the multi-section surfaces. I'm just going to close this one and now start mechanical design, wireframe and surface design. Okay, and now we're going to see the blend option here. So this tool is used to create a surface by blending two different curves. So these curves can be sketched in a sketcher workbench, or you can sketch curves using wireframe geometries. Like here you can see the spline. So these are all the curves that you can create. You create a spline directly in a 3D workbench instead of going to the sketcher workbench. So let's see. So firstly I'm going uh, let's just create a spline. I'm going for just create offset plane here with a distance of 50. So firstly selected the first plane, the offset plane here, and going to sketch here, and now I'm going to create a simple spline here and exit the sketcher, and I'm going for this plane, go to sketcher, fit RN. I'm going to create another spline, right, and exit the sketcher workbench. Let's make it 100 so you can see the gap clearly here. So now go to this extrude option, select this profile in the reverse direction, make it as 100 or 200, and same as select this sketch. Okay, now suppose I want to join these two, so I'm going for this blend option here. Now go for this first curve, select this as the first curve, and come into the second curve, and this as the second curve I'm selecting, and coming to the first support, selecting this surface, and second support this surface. And now let's see without changing any options further, let's see the preview first. So we got the two different surfaces at different positions are joined together by using this blend option here. So in the you can see the few more other options, advanced options, some see here, you can see then the first continuity, you can see tangency, point, curvature. So if you select the point, the first continuity, if you select the point, let's see the preview. Want the point continuity. In the second continuity, instead of this tangent to the second profile, so instead of tangent to the second surface, the blend should be continuity should be point. Then you can see this straight line, like point to point, like what you say, that multi, like almost like the multi sections. Like this is one section, this is one section, and we are going to join both to by a straight point to point type. So this is about the continuity of through point. Then coming to the curvature here, see the preview. In second, see the curvature, see the preview. So it is showing the, it's leading to the cusp. So as they are very at an offset distance of 50, so we are not able to create curvature here. See the preview. So here we have first tangent borders. I selected none. First select start extremity only. See the preview. If we select, is leading to a cusp, means it is disorienting. See the disorientation here. So and for this I am keeping start. See the preview. Design. This is start. See the preview. If we keep both, and what will happen? Yeah, this, see, these are leading to cusp, so there is no use of doing that. So simply we keep none. The curvature mode, if you keep none, you got this one. If you keep this as tangent, see, this is looking like this. So in this you can have the tensions here, linear S type, second linear S type. So there are different options. First closing point, second closing point, and sync coupling. Here you can use a tangency, or like same as the multi-section surfaces, there are different options like vertices, tangency, then curvature, and vertices. Avoid please. And in this developable, so these are some advanced options here. If there is a necessary, you can use them, or else you can just avoid them, just clicking OK. So if you see, this is how the blend option is being used to join two different surfaces created at the two different positions in a workspace. So now we are going to see the different operations that we are going to apply on a shape uh, surfaces. So like so generally surface models are a combination of various surfaces. So you can perform various operations such as join, trim, split, or translate to manage multiple surfaces. So by performing such operations, so this catia Wi-Fi provides a number of operations tools. So some of these tools are like here you can see joining surfaces and here also splitting and trim surfaces. These we will see now. Whereas this other options here like peeling, untrim, and disassemble, we'll see in the coming classes. So as of now, I'm going to explain you what is meant by this joining surfaces. So generally, the most of surface model comprise of various individual surfaces. Like if you see here, this one, there are three different surfaces here. So if you want to join them into a single, select this join option and select them and remove, see the preview. Okay, delete it. So let's try once again. Select this joining option and elements to join. Select this. Actually they should be selected individually. I think we have used different options. So first is delete this blend option here and create the blend again and first curve, second curve, first sorry, first support, second support. So let's see the preview here. Okay, so this is how blend is created. So while joining them, so you can see it is not. So let's do one thing, right click and do the isolate. Let's select the join option here. How you can join your is, so here let's after doing the blending, let's go for this join option and select one, extrude one. The second one is a blend 3. This is the last one, extrude 2, and keep the remaining options as it is. If there is an error message showing, then you can try these different options here so that you may reduce the choices for getting error messages. So other than that, you don't need to change these options, any default options here. So you can just see the preview and click OK. So if you see after the join option, so we got a single surface from the three different surfaces are joined together in the join option. So the three different surfaces joined into a single surface using this join surfaces option. So this is about this join surfaces. Coming to the next one is uh, coming to the splitting here. Let's keep this as it is, the join. So let's hide our show. Coming to this, I'm selecting this plane and go to sketcher here. So here I'm going to create a small circle. Let's exit the sketcher. I'm going to use the extrude option here and click OK. Creating the sketch here and hiding the planes also. So let's see here, using the firstly split option here, selected the split option and element to cut. I'm selecting this as the element to be cut and cutting elements, selecting this whole. So here you can see this is become transparent here. So this is going to remove. So if you want to remove this side, select other side. So by selecting that, I am going to remove this side. If select keep both sides, then both sides are going to remain here. So intersection computation, nothing but that today's sketch will be created at the intersection. So if you want to select the element to remove, I want to remove this one. So the selected element is not an element. Select another object. So it is showing that it is not a element to be cutted, as you selected the uh, cutting element as this one, so you cannot remove the material inside the cutting element. So so if you remove keep both sides, so I just want to remove this one. See the okay, so we got this one and this one. So if we remove the intersection computation, click OK, we got this one. So in case, so in this element to cut, I am going to select this as the element to cut, plus, and cutting element I'm going to select as this. Remove element to cut, I'm going to select this as the element to be cut. So you can just vary and see different operations here. Click OK. You can see here the middle one is remaining. Want to other side to be cut, see the preview, click OK, see what happens. So this is about the split definition. So let's undo this. Let's use the same example. Before that, uh, split option. If you are using a multiple, like see, creating another circle here on this plane, or a rectangle. Let's see if it is a rectangle here. Let's use some extrude option. Okay, and hide the sketching and sketch, and even the plane I am hiding. So you can see there are different features on a same profile here, single profile. So if we use the same split option here, and element to cut, I want different elements here. So I want this element and also this element. Close it, and I'll remove this one to add this element here. So element to cut, I am having two elements. So in this way you can add multiple elements. Here. So these two elements, and cutting element is a single cutting element. So here you can see remove other side. If you want to remove other side, this one. So in the same way, uh, I want to instead of, let's reverse these two cutting elements and element to cut. Let's reverse these two. First, let me delete this and other one. Remove, close, and this also to remove this. So now let's change element to cut. I want this element to cut, and cutting elements I want this one and this one. So here there, in this case the cutting elements are multiple and element to cut is a single one. So let's see. Let's see the preview here. Click OK. So you can see the middle. You can observe some material removal in the intersection area. So instead of that, sorry. So instead of that, I want to move on the other side. In this case, the middle part remained and the remaining part has been removed. Select other side. So if element to keep, I want, let me select this element to keep. Let's see the preview. Control and select both and select remove. and I'm going to select them again. Cutting elements is this one and this one. So if I select other side here, you can see here it is remaining and here it is gone. So if I select control on both, selecting both, and if I select other side now, so this is how we are going to select the multiple elements using this cutting elements or even the elements to cut. You can use the multiple elements instead of a single element to be cut or single cutting element. So we can use the multiple elements. So this is how we're going to use this one. And let's cancel this. Let's undo this one. Let's use the same example in case of this uh, trim option here. Selecting the trim option, or selecting the standard and trimmed elements. So I'm going to select this one and this one. Sorry, remove this. Selected this and this. See the preview. For the same option, you can select other side. Now see the preview. Click OK. Select the other side, previous element. See the preview. Click OK. So this is what it is remaining. So just add after. And to remove this one. So coming to this, select uh, select preview. Click OK. And again, click other side. Select the preview. Click OK. And again, see the preview. Click OK. And change to the other side and this one other side. See the preview. So in this multiple elements selection is not possible here. So we need to select only two elements, the two elements which you want to trim. So whereas in the splitting surfaces you can select the multiple elements and do the splitting for the multiple elements at a time. So here uh, the trim tool is used to trim the two intersection surfaces with respect to each other. So we can only select only two elements here. So let's see what if we select this instead of standard. Let's undo this one. So go for this trim option again. Instead of standard mode, select the pieces and select, cancel this one, and let's do this again. Trimming, select the pieces, just select. So firstly, selecting the intersection composition between this one and this one, and clicking OK now. And anyway, this is about the trimming here. And in the mode, there is a pieces option here. This pieces, I don't know really what it will do. Select this one and this one, what it really do. And again, suppose just select this one and this one. Simply, I don't really know about this pieces mode. So up to the standard mode, I used to use frequently. I don't know much about these pieces. So up to now I haven't got any chance to use this one, and even how to use this one. I never told, I never learned about these pieces. Anyway, there's chance I'm going to see about this in the future. But now can practice to what I have told now. So one more thing that is still remaining here is sleep option. So in this they are having multiple options to be discussed, like profile type, the explicit, line type, and circle, and conic shapes. So in this each one can there are different subtypes here, so it will take time. So I think better to take in a coming next class I will discuss these swept surfaces separately. So until then, have a good day. Bye bye. In case you have any doubts, you please feel free to comment in the comment section. So that's it, guys. Have a good day. Bye.